when you come back together with each other, you will share these, so that you can live and have peace on earth, and a great civilization will come about.
Please watch on for the multi-part series on ancient predictions about our planet. Prophecy of the Golden Age Part 13, the sacred stone tablets of the Hopi and the four races. Welcome, happy viewers. I am a Native American fairy named Rainbow in magnificent Portland, Oregon, USA. We in the USA wish that one day all nations will shake hands and the whole world will enjoy everlasting peace. Today, we present you with the astonishing prophecies of a great Native American tribe in our program, multi-part series on ancient predictions about our planet. Prophecy of the Golden Age Part 13, the sacred stone tablets of the Hopi and the four races. Throughout the history of mankind, the divine messages are often shrouded in mystery. Prophets, messiahs, or whichever names you call them, are often persecuted and oppressed, their words obscured. But how do we distinguish the true from the false? To do so, one can only rely on the divine's guidance, and the truth will reveal itself to those who earnestly seek it. In the dry highlands of northern Arizona, USA, just east of the Grand Canyon, the Native American Hopi people live simply, very much as their ancestors did thousands of years ago. The Hopi are so ancient that other Native Americans call them the oldest of the people. The word Hopi originates from a term meaning peaceful people, and they truly live up to this name. Kind but private, they nevertheless have drawn much admiration from the outside world for their vast knowledge and abilities. For instance, the Hopi are known as the world's greatest dry farmers, because they have managed to grow a variety of crops on such a desert land without any irrigation. But the secret to the Hopi's miraculous abundance is in their humble and respectful relationship with nature, and it is this vital communion that will play a big role in humanity's survival into the Golden Age.
I mentioned that my spiritual leaders long time ago know that someday the people from foreign country will come upon our land and put up what they call rupiki. That means house of glass, to bring about peace and justice and harmony. All people are concerned. The world is really in trouble right now. We are headed for the most destructive thing if we do not correct, change, and turn around and make life beautiful, clean, and lasting for the Great Spirit. Because sooner or later, purification will take place, and there's no way out of it.
Urgent Report: Consequences of Global Warming. Presented by Mr. Guo Xiong, a noble government employee of the General Affairs Section of Hualien County Environmental Protection Bureau in Taiwan, Formosa, who is dedicated to informing citizens about the global warming emergency.
由于越来越多的各种温室气体被排放到大气中，地球温度因而上升。地球暖化的结果是，暖化效应导致各种变化，使天气形态更致命。除了极端热浪、洪患和飓风等天然灾害也越来越频繁。2017年8月和9月，在此飓风季节遭重创的加勒比海地区和美国南部，令人不忍回顾。为深入了解这类灾害，美国国家大气与海洋总署地球物理流体动力学实验室开发新模型，研究的关键发现假设，本世纪后期快速增长的风暴威力势必增强，暗示将出现最糟的状况，也就是科学家所说的6级飓风。在另一项研究中，日内瓦大学研究团队发现洪水量比值由8增加到14。这项研究的共同作者塞巴斯汀·基斯妥托特副教授解释，当洪水量比值到达14，我们将面对未知的结果。当前的气候模式还有许多因素尚未纳入。我们将逼近危险的临界点，那将改变地球的运作模式，进入新状态。科学家称这种情况为热式地球。热式地球严峻阐释失控的气候变迁，那时地球会开始一连串自我强化的转变，河岸溃堤、洪水、强大的风暴将更频繁出现，海平面将比现在升高10至60公尺。世界知名科学家约翰·罗克斯特教授，他解释，如果热式地球成真，地球上许多地方将变得无法居住。我们必须竭尽所能，恢复家园的生态平衡。世界顶尖大学牛津大学的研究员发现，饮食中去掉肉类和乳制品可减少高达73%的温室气体排放。为了众人美好的未来，现在还来得及改变我们的轨道，但时间所剩不多。地球早已透过剧烈的天气形态发出求救信号。
we're headed for the most destructive thing and there's no way out of it. They should be every chair filled by United Nations people here. They should listen first time to native people upon whose land this is. They should be heroes. Thank you.
On December 10, 1992, respected Hopi elder grandfather Thomas Banyasaya made an urgent plea at the United Nations General Assembly to warn about humanity's destructive ways toward each other and the environment. He was the only living one of the 4 messengers appointed by the Hopi elders in 1948. That was the critical time that they realized the Great Purification was approaching, according to the Hopi prophecies. Until then, the Hopi prophecies have been kept secret, passed down orally from generation to generation for thousands of years. A number of the prophecies are centered around sacred stone tablets that were given to the Hopi people at the beginning of this world by the Creator, the Great Spirit Masau. Hopi elder grandfather Dan Efhima recounted,
He gave us a set of sacred stone tablets into which he breathed all teachings in order to safeguard his land and life. In these stone tablets were made instructions and prophecies and warnings.
Small, flat, and dark with mysterious markings, these 4 stone tablets still exist today in the care of the Bear and Fire clans of the Hopi.
One of the tablets has a missing corner. It is said that at the time of purification, which is now, the missing piece of the tablet will be returned by Pahana, the Hopi's great white brother who will return from the east. Pahana will tell the precise meaning of the tablets and also convey a new religion and establish peace for humankind. The people of peace have long been awaiting Pahana's return. Pahana comes from the word Pahu in the Hopi language, which means ocean. Supreme Master's name is Qinghai. Qinghai means pure ocean.
The Hopi were also told of a series of warning signs leading to the time of purification. Over the recent decades, the Hopi watched these signs being fulfilled, one by one. The final stage would be identified by famine, sickness, natural disasters, and finally, the use of powerful weapons. It was the use of the gourd full of ashes in 1945 that prompted the Hopi elders to go public with their secret knowledge.
The Hopi knew humans would develop many powerful technologies that would be abused. In this century, we have seen the First World War and the Second World War, in which the predicted gourd of ashes which you call the atomic bomb, fell from the sky with great destruction. Many thousands of people were destroyed in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. For many years, there has been great fear and danger of World War III. The Hopi believe the Persian Gulf War was the beginning of World War III, but it was stopped and the worst weapons of destruction were not used.
During her European lecture tour in 1999, a time when yet another regional conflict seemed to be worsening, Supreme Master Ching Hai explained how World War III could be averted.
Only enlightenment can destroy ignorance. Only God's love can nullify hatred. Only real brotherhood can dissolve the different conflicts and opinions among our brothers and sisters. So if you and I don't want World War III, you help me. You bring God's love into this planet. You help me to pray together in silence, to know God, to bring His love and heavenly kingdom to this planet. As I am talking to you now, I'm also talking to the souls in Yugoslavia and other nations who are still trying to solve conflict by violent means. And that's the reason why I'm in Europe this time, and I'm making a tour around Europe, wishing to bring this message into the souls of these brothers and sisters. Of course, also because the request of my very loving fellow brothers and sisters, spiritual practitioners. Recently, they meditate together, so they hope to bring more peaceful atmosphere to Europe. And also they have invited me.
Y estos hermanos que han meditado
And that's why I'm
juntos.
here. And I feel very strongly that all this goodwill from our brothers and sisters and goodwill from my part, together with our silence, prayers in the heart, and spiritual, powerful energy, we change the course of history and minimize the World War III that you are so fearful of. Luckily, the war ends. Otherwise, we might have World War III. My goodness, even I was worried for you guys. Thank God that God blessed them to cool down. Or else, what do you think, huh? It would be very big. Yeah, it started just in Yugoslavia. Yeah, but it might spread everywhere. Oh, everybody was so scared. So it's good that we didn't start again a World War III over there, huh? Can you imagine?
No, it's very fragile.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. At least it stopped for a while and people have time to think of the consequence. If they are, continue in their heat of anger and revenge, and then it's terrible. At least they taste a little of trouble and now they know it's not worth it to have war.
This is now a time to weigh the choices for our future. We do have a choice.
Despite the dire warning signs, there is hope in the Hopi prophecy. A total rebirth was possible. Grandfather Martin Gasher-Sioma, another dedicated Hopi elder and the late keeper of the sacred stone tablet of the Fire Clan, said,
Once they start the cleansing of the land, then a new life that we've had before will revive. We were living in a land called heaven. We hope that will be reestablished.
According to Hopi history, humanity passed through 3 different worlds, or cycles, of purification and rebirth. The reason for the purifications was that humanity turned away from the Great Spirit's moral teachings. In the last, or 3rd cycle, humans advanced greatly in technology, but became too materialistic and ridiculed spiritual principles. Thus, this era ended with a great flood, which has been recorded by different cultures of the world. Supreme Master Ching Hai has given insight on this topic as during a 2009 climate change video conference in Indonesia.
If we have the spiritual RA, we will find that past civilizations, both on Earth and other planets, sometimes developed too quickly in the technological sense, but the spiritual development, their store of love was low or empty. And what we see the pattern is that no society can last long if they refuse to sustain the lives of their own members and fellow beings. I mean, include all the beings like animals and trees. Or if they destroy the environment they live in, then that society cannot live long. We can see that also in historical record. Just like the proverb that says, the frog does not drink up all the water in the pond in which he lives, because he needs the water, see? So we cannot destroy the environment and live in it as well.
In line with this wisdom are two ancient rock diagrams that illustrate part of the Hopi prophecies. These prophecy rocks are located near the Hopi's Orabi village, the oldest continuous settlement in the U.S. According to this explanation by grandfather Martin Gasher Sioma, this prophecy rock tells of a positive future after the time of purification, when there will be new, beneficial technologies and instruments that would not pollute the planet. At that time, he said, there also would be no more illness. The other prophecy rock shows two life paths of humanity. The upper path is life with technological advancement, but without regard to natural and spiritual law. It ends in a zigzag line representing chaos. The lower path, lined with cornstalks, is one that is in harmony with divine and nature. This line continues past the side of the rock, suggesting a path to everlasting paradise. A vertical line between the two paths indicates that we can choose to switch paths. Similarly, Supreme Master Ching Hai has often reminded that we have a choice as to how we shape our world's future.
There are two choices now. One is totally destruction. Another is go ahead with progress in all way of life, including spiritual. And the future is in our hands, really. There's no aliens who can do anything about it. There's no God who punish us. There's no Buddha who bless us. It's only ourselves. We have to make a choice. Because that's how we grow, by making good choice. So spread the good news and let the people go back to the natural way of life, the righteous way of life. This is being vegetarian, being virtuous, keep the precept, and live a simple life and positive thinking. And then our world will be no problem. And we will probably live a few more thousand years in a better condition.
According to the Hopi timeline, we are now at the end of the fourth world or cycle that humans experience. Dr. Lee Brown, a respected Native American speaker on the prophecies, said that in this new era, the highest and greatest powers that we have will be released to us. They will be released from that light or soul that we carry to the mind. Supreme Master Ching Hai teaches that our greatest spiritual power lies dormant within us.
We traverse far and wide into the galaxies of the universe. We know things that even the most brilliant scientists in this world dumbfold. That is the ability of a human being. A true human being is not flesh and bones only. It's not the outer appearance of beauty and charm, but it is the great storage of wisdom, of almighty power that could move mountains and do all kind of marvelous miracles. The world should not be in the state that it is right now if all of us are enlightened, or at least half of us are enlightened. And better still, the majority of us are enlightened. And then no need to talk about peace. Peace will come. No need to want anything, because we have wisdom. Wisdom is the Lord. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. The Lord is within ourselves. That is our almighty power, which stay there dormant. And anytime we can awaken it and make use of it, at least to our own contentment.
At the beginning of this world, the Great Spirit came down and gathered the peoples of the earth together.
He said to the human beings, I'm going to send you to 4 directions, and over time I'm going to change you to 4 colors. But I'm going to give you some teachings, and you will call these the original teachings. And when you come back together with each other, you will share these, so that you can live and have peace on earth, and a great civilization will come about.
I'm so happy to see you. Black, white, yellow, and red, whatever.
What happened to those who were sent by the Great Spirit in the 4 directions? Have they, or rather we, achieved the great civilization? What will come after the purification? We'll find out in the next episode, where we'll also delve more into the Hopi prophecy of Pahana, the long-awaited Great White Brother. He holds the key to the Golden Age. With deep gratitude to the wise Hopi elders for all their efforts to awaken humankind, we pray that we will regain our love and wisdom to live in peaceful harmony on earth. According to Hopi prophecy, at the beginning of this world, the Great Spirit made the earth's people into 4 nations and gave each one a teaching. At the end of this world, these nations were to come back together and share their teachings so that humanity could have peace and a great civilization could come about. The Great Spirit thus entrusted 2 stone tablets to each race. The Hopi have kept their 2 stone tablets at Hopi land, the land of the Hopi sovereign nation in Arizona, USA, located among 4 sacred mountains. 2 other stone tablets are said to be kept by the Kikuyu tribe at the foot of Mount Kenya in Africa, while the others are somewhere in Tibet and Switzerland. Interestingly, all 4 of the guardian nations, namely the Hopi for the Native American race, Kenya's Kikuyu tribe for the African race, the Tibetans for the Asian race, and the Swiss for the European race, live in the mountains. Moreover, each race was given a responsibility or guardianship over a natural element. Respected Native American speaker Dr. Lee Brown once elaborated on this in 1986 as follows.
And to the Indian people, the red people, he gave the guardianship of the earth. And we were to learn during this cycle of time the teachings of the earth and the plants that grow from the earth and the foods that you can eat and the herbs that are healing. So that when we came back together with the other brothers and sisters, we could share this knowledge with them, because something good was to happen on the earth.
Perhaps this is why the Native Americans always referred to the planet as Mother Earth, a great living entity and unconditional giver of sustenance. The Native Americans have a deep and real connection with her, and have emphasized more persistently than any other race the need to treat her with respect for the sake of future generations. Today, it is good that our world is catching on to the Native people's ancient wisdom, with modern society praising all things eco-friendly, organic, and natural. In other words, we are learning to also appreciate what comes from Mother Earth.
And to the south, he gave the yellow race of people the guardianship of the wind, and they were to learn about the sky and breathing and how to take that within ourselves for spiritual advancement. And they were to share that with us in this time.
It is true that the Asians, such as the Indians and Chinese, are well versed in astronomy, astrology, and the influence of the stars on humans' lives. With such abilities to see the invisible reality and forces beyond physical limits, the Asians are also adept in spiritual practice. While mastering the mystical art and science of meditation to contact the divine, they also developed more mental and physical disciplines through their amazing grasp of the wind, or the flow of qi, breath, or life force. We now see that Asian techniques such as yoga, qigong, tai chi, and acupuncture are widely practiced and benefiting countless people around the world.
And to the west, he gave the black race of people the guardianship of the water. When I went to the University of Washington and learned that it was a black man that invented blood plasma, it didn't surprise me, because blood is water. And the elders already told me that black people would bring the teachings of water to humanity.
Internationally praised African-American surgeon Dr. Charles Drew revolutionized medicine by discovering a way to safely store blood plasma for transfusions. During World War II, he applied his expertise to set up 2 large blood banks, thus saving thousands of wounded soldiers' lives. In more recent times, we heard about the gifted Ethiopian scientist, Dr. Biruk Desalegn Yersa, who innovated a solution to clean oil-contaminated water using a mango peel extract. And perhaps it is no surprise that the prize-winning inventor of a low-cost nanotech water filter was yet another noble African, Dr. Askwar Halanga, a Tanzanian chemical engineer who dreams of bringing clean drinking water to the masses and thus help communities develop. What's more,
According to West African indigenous cosmology, water is the medicine that cleanses negative energies and encourages reconciliation and peacemaking. The respected Dagara shaman elder, Dr. Melodoma Patrice Sommet, explains, people, especially people in crisis, are naturally attracted to water. Just the sight of a large body of water brings a feeling of quiet and peace, a feeling of home. Water resets a system gone dry. Dr. Sommet is devoted to sharing Africa's wisdom with the world.
And to the north, where there's white snow on this continent, he gave the white race of people the guardianship of the fire. And if you look at the center of many of the things they do, you will find the fire. In this light bulb, they say that is a white man's fire. If you look at the center of a car, you will find a spark. If you look at the center of the airplane, the train, you will find the fire. And the fire moves, also consumes. This is why it was the white brothers and sisters that begin to move upon the face of the earth and reunite us as a human family.
We know it was members of the white race of people who discovered and harnessed nature's fire, which is electricity.
The contributions of Benjamin Franklin, Alessandro Volta, Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla, and many others have made it possible for cities to flourish on electrical grids and for people to enjoy all kinds of electronic devices, including computers, radios, television sets, and phones. In the transport field, it was again members of the white race who invented the fuel-burning steam engine, locomotive, automobile, and airplane. We can only be grateful to their guardianship of fire that lets us move, mingle, and communicate on an unprecedented scale as one global human family.
As we can see the story reflected around us, our world civilization has in recent decades become highly interconnected and developed. But the Hopi remind us to be responsible. The Hopi Tekwa wheel symbol, showing the 4 directions, nations, and elements, bears the meaning. Together, with all nations, we protect both land and life and hold the world in balance. With the present-day impacts of climate change, it is more urgent than ever that we unite for the planet.
So it is important, as you know well in this room, that we change our behavior, that we learn to reuse, reduce, recycle, and that we learn how to be better stewards of this earth. So I admire the way in which you are also putting a lot of emphasis on your own lifestyles, what you eat, what you grow, and how you behave I think we need to have many diverse ways and learn from each other and encourage each other.
This is something in which we have to exercise personal leadership and personal commitment. Your being here tonight, your activity, su liderazgo, Suprema Maestra, are already a fine example of that leadership and of stepping forward.
Out of her deep love for our Earth and its inhabitants, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been at the forefront of the planet-saving effort, encouraging and motivating many people to protect land and life as the Hopi do. The following is part of a speech she gave to delegates of many nations who were trying to reach an agreement at the 2010 United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP16, in Cancun, Mexico.
Some planets are more spiritually developed or more technologically developed, but not all of them as beautiful as this. And even some of them envy our planet. Many things we take for granted, for example, apple trees, apricot fruits, they love because they don't have them there. Please appreciate our home. I just want to tell you that so that you appreciate our home and try to save it. We can save that. We can save all that we wanted to save because we have the power. All of us have the power to do that. Well, you have been told already that animal raising is the #1 cause of all the illnesses and all the disasters in our world. So if we stop that, we'll be okay. Yes. Then we have a beautiful planet still, and peace, and no disease, and rich, and no hunger, no war. Thank you very much, and I love you all. You're my brother and sister, and you're doing a great job. I count on you to save the planet.
Let's now go over one important remaining prophecy. Long ago, 2 sacred tablets were given to the 2 grandsons of the Spider Woman, a powerful helper of the Great Spirit Masau. The older brother of the Shining Light was to go immediately to the east. Upon reaching his destination, he was to return to help his younger brother, the Hopi people, bring about peace, brotherhood, and everlasting life. The elder brother is affectionately called by different names: the Great White Brother, the True White Brother, and Pahana, a name derived from the Hopi word Pahu, which means ocean. Here, we are also reminded of the prophecy of Nostradamus about the ocean religion that will win. The prophesied return of Pahana is profoundly significant, not only to the Hopi, but also to all of Central America's ancient civilizations. He is believed to be the same long-awaited savior, known as Kukulkan to the Mayans and Quetzalcoatl to the Toltecs and Aztecs. The Hopi foretold clues about Pahana's return. When our series continues, we'll explore all these clues and more, including connections we found between Pahana and Supreme Master Ching Hai, whose names both remarkably have the word ocean.
It is known that our true white brother, when he comes, will be all-powerful and will wear a red cap or red cloak. He will be large in population, belong to no religion but his very own.
Elders say that the elder brother might change the color of his skin but his hair will remain black.
With him there will be 2 great ones, both very wise and powerful.
He has a stone tablet representing his own title and power within the Creator's plan.
Long ago, the Great Spirit Masao gave the Hopi people 4 sacred stone tablets with his teachings on them. 3 of them were given to the Hopi Bear clan. The remaining one was given to the Fire clan. But the Great Spirit broke off the corner of the Fire clan's tablet.
It is said that at the time of purification, which is now, the missing piece of the tablet will be returned by Pahana, the Hopi's great white brother who will return from the east. Pahana is from the word Pahu in Hopi language. Pahu means ocean.
Pahana would come with the people of the rising sun from across the great salt water or ocean to establish a new and universal brotherhood of man.
Pahana comes from the Hopi word meaning ocean. Supreme Master's name is Qinghai. Qinghai means pure ocean. And she came to America from the east, or Taiwan. She was born in the east too, in Aulak, or Vietnam.
As Pahana comes from the Hopi word meaning ocean, is it more than a coincidence that Supreme Master's name is Qinghai and Qinghai means pure ocean? And that she is even from the east? Could it be that Pahana has already returned?
We hope he knew our true white brother is to come and help us. He has a stone tablet representing his own title and power within the Creator's plan. By placing it together with our Fire Clan tablet, he may call upon the natural forces to purify the world. If the task of purification is left to the natural forces, we may all be wiped out. So it is up to all people to purify themselves voluntarily.
What is Pahana's stone tablet representing his own title? A tablet can be defined as a surface on which images or writings convey important messages. Could it be that the stone tablet is our Supreme Master television, a modern-day tablet representing its founder's own title, Supreme Master? In 2006, Supreme Master Qinghai first launched Supreme Master Television as a communicative tool to encourage people to purify themselves by changing their way of life. Supreme Master Qinghai has often talked on Supreme Master Television about the purification period, emphasizing it as a chance for us to change and redeem ourselves.
The cleansing effect is very unpleasant to bear. But if people realize this is just a warning and change to a better, nobler lifestyle in love and peace, then all living on earth will be in unity. And let's pray that this happen very soon. We need it. We need a change in humans' consciousness. We need peace and love on this planet for a change. We've been living long enough in the shadow of wars, cruelty, troubles, famine, and suppression of all kinds due to the killing karma. We really need a breath of fresh air. We need peace, comfort, safety, happiness, and love among all beings on the planet.
When Pahana returns to lead us in peace and love, how will we recognize him?
In the book Kachina, The Hopi Butterfly Trail, journalist Leslie Ann Crossingham wrote this about Pahana.
Elders say that the elder brother might change the color of his skin, but his hair will remain black.
This means that Pahana could be white, yellow, or of another race, but originally has black hair. Pahana was further described as follows.
It is known that our true white brother, when he comes, he will be all-powerful and will wear a red cap or red cloak. He will be large in population, belong to no religion but his very own.
I belong to the truth, and I preach the truth. You may call it Buddhism, Catholicism, Taoism, whatever you like. I welcome.
With him there will be two great ones, both very wise and powerful. One will have a symbol or sign of swastika, which represents purity and is female, a producer of life. The second one of the two helpers to our true white brother will have a sign or a symbol of the sun. He too will be many people and very wise and powerful.
Here, we think the two great assistants of the true white brother are the Christians and Buddhists of the world. Both these major religious groups have large populations of followers, with about 500 million Buddhists and 2.3 billion Christians among us today. The swastika has been a prominent symbol of the Buddha with several auspicious meanings, including eternity and universal harmony. Less well known is that the sun has long been a representation of Christianity. Researchers have gathered strong evidence that the early Christians identified Lord Jesus Christ with the sun. This may be why in visual depictions of Jesus Christ, the crown or halo on his head often resembles a golden sun. We also see light as sun rays emanating from the Sacred Heart of Jesus, or from the statues of Holy Mother Mary and the infant Jesus. Plus, keen observers say that traces of the sun symbol can be found at the Vatican, home of the Roman Catholic Church. Moreover, the Holy Bible makes several references to the sun. For instance, Prophet Malachi, in referring to Jesus Christ, said, "The Sun of Righteousness will rise with healing in its rays." We have long known that Supreme Master Ching Hai was raised with both a Catholic and Buddhist upbringing, and currently she has many disciples of these two faiths.
And she quotes widely the doctrines of these two religions in her lectures.
Therefore, Jesus say, love thy neighbor, even love thy enemies. 释迦牟尼佛说，布施不过不布施才是真正的布施。我们还在那边执着，我有布施他，那个还不够完美。We are God's children. Jesus told you that. And Buddha say, you are Buddha. You have Buddha nature inside. I can be Buddha, you can be Buddha. So, behave like God's children, behave like Buddha. Okay?
In addition, as all the masters are one and spiritually cooperating with one another, we are certain that the Buddhas and Lord Jesus are assisting Supreme Master Ching Hai in her mission. In fact, eyewitness accounts confirming this abound in our association.
Following are just 2 examples.
I have just come back from my first 4-day retreat in England and have had the best time ever. Every time Master was with us, I saw different Buddhas and past masters around her. It seemed she was never alone. On the last day of the retreat, when Master was on the stage, the public was allowed to come in and see her. She was talking about Jesus and he suddenly appeared above her. I started shaking and tears filled my eyes. And as Master was leaving, she shook my hand and gave me some sweets. I told her that I saw Jesus and how overwhelmed I was. She replied, "They all come to my house."
One day before initiation, Lord Buddha came again and took my soul up. I asked him, "Lord Buddha, where are you taking me?" He said, "I'm taking you to Master Ching Hai." Then many Buddhas and Bodhisattvas appeared. Manjusri Bodhisattva, Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, and Amitabha Buddha together told me, "Go, go, follow Master Ching Hai and let her take care of you. Remember to follow Master and practice diligently." Amitabha Buddha once took me to a superior level to visit Master Ching Hai. Master was sitting right in the middle of many Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Then Sakyamuni Buddha told me, "Quickly kneel and pay respect to Master." From then on, I ceased to see the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Only the inner Master appeared in my visions.
Next, we examine another angle on Pahana's sun symbol helpers. It is worthy to note that Taiwan or Formosa and the Philippines have shown particularly strong support for Supreme Master Ching Hai and her noble work over the years. Not only do large numbers of their citizens follow her teachings, but also many top-level government officials, dignitaries, and influential intellectuals have always welcomed her with full support and recognition.
I want her presence felt not only in the Philippines, in Asia, but in the international community, because her voice is really something that's relevant for all mankind.
Presented to the Supreme Master Ching Hai, Environmental Protection and Humanitarian Award.
In the Philippines, besides the Gusi Peace Prize and Environmental Protection and Humanitarianism Award, Supreme Master Ching Hai was also awarded the Key of Manila and other plaques of recognition which her resident disciples received in Manila on her behalf.
Through the efforts of the Supreme Master, we are able to preserve the environment and make life for our children very bright.
我对青海无上师
有很深印象，因为他个人的能量，20-30年来在做一些线上的活动，尤其我很佩服，就是说他有这么大的关怀点，而且站在一个全人类的高度来看待很多事情。那比如说他主张吃素、环保、救地球以及世界和平等等，这是代表无上师他的已经超越国家的高度。
怎么一起来努力包括我们所推广的这些食物也好，或者是我们的保护动物也好等等我想这个都很重要。那我们当然祝福我们师父能够在这方面能够带领大家来让大家有很多的共识那把这些工作做得更好这样。
那么这样子的付出呢，其实大家也都看得到了，然后我们也恭喜青海无上师，你最棒。
我们现在就恭请青海无上师为我们讲解观音法门与东南亚华人。
我们不能不承认，他在物质和精神两方面都是教人为善和向上，并没有消极负面的地方。正是由于他们的贡献，各种新奇的贡献，所以为我们社会提供了多样的自由选择，让我们社会的文化生活变得丰富而多彩。最后，谢谢无上师愿上帝与您同在，也请无上师在上帝面前帮台湾两岸人民还有全体人类多讲几句好话。
我们保佑地球，保佑台湾，保佑师父，好，谢谢。
With such enthusiastic support for Supreme Master Ching Hai from Taiwan or Formosa and the Philippines, it is surely an appropriate sign that both bear the sun symbol on their respective flags, as if to declare victory that the Lord is with us. What's just as exciting is the third symbol mentioned in yet another version of the Hopi prophecy.
The purifier, Pa'ana, commanded by the red symbol, with the help of the sun and the Miha, swastika, will weed out the wicked who have disturbed the way of life of the Hopi, the true way of life on earth.
Even if I can break the reincarnation cycle, it's only for the worthy, for those who are wicked, working for Maya to oppress others, etc. They will not benefit from the freedom of reincarnation. But on the contrary, they must pay their debt accordingly.
Could this red symbol, which commands the purification over the earth, be the divine symbol of heaven that we already know?
The three, Pahana and his helpers, will lay out a new life plan which leads to everlasting life and peace. The earth will become new as it was from the beginning. Flowers will bloom again, and there will be an abundance of food for all. Those who are saved will share everything equally, and they all will recognize Great Spirit and speak one language.
From a spiritual perspective, we have learned that there is only one language that can be used to recognize God. Guan Yin, meaning inner sound meditation, is this unique inner language, also known as the word, or vibration, that is itself a manifestation of God. As taught by Supreme Master Ching Hai, if all humans could speak this heavenly language, a heavenly future would come true for all.
God has invented one language, which is called the Word in the Bible. And once we speak together in that same language, we have no problem, because that language is the Word of God, is God. And once we know that language, we become one with God. And we remember our origin, that we are all from the same substance, all from the same Father, and we are true brothers and sisters. It is a pity that some of us have forgotten this language. Therefore, we have so much misunderstanding with each other in this world. In our practicing group, we have all kinds of nationalities, all kinds of religious believers, but we work together in peace and harmony as if we have known each other for thousands of years the instant we see each other for the first time. Why? It is because we speak the same inner language and we understand each other as a level of higher consciousness. This heavenly music we can hear now while we are living, so that we can understand what God wants to teach us, what is the instruction from heaven, what is God's will, so that we cannot go wrong in this world. And then we will live our life more in harmony with the mandate of heaven.
Our appreciation goes to the Hopi elders and people for promoting brotherly love and stewardship of the earth. We wish to thank Supreme Master Ching Hai for guiding humanity's way to a brighter future, and pray we all take heed of the wisdom granted to us. To conclude our program, we present an excerpt of a song about building Eden on earth based on Supreme Master Ching Hai's poem, Let's Love, and composed and performed by illustrious artists for the Greenest Heroes Gala in 2010 in Mexico. Perhaps you, perceptive viewers, have noticed by now that this planet-saving gala was held in Central America, the native region of Pahana, Coatzacoalcos, Kukulkan, and as the guest of honor, Supreme Master Ching Hai graced the event with her presence, donning a red dress and cloak.
She also went to a charitable event giving presents and financial gifts to some needy children and families in Cancun wearing a red hat.
Let's love each other. The rainy season, fresh and cooling river waters, sweet nectar, nourishing love amongst human beings. Let's live just for each other. Let's live on for our future. Let's build Eden on to each other.
Thank you for watching today's episode, multi-part series on ancient predictions about our planet, Prophecy of the Golden Age, Part 15, the Sacred Stone Tablets of the Hopi and the Four Races. Don't miss the next part of our series as we explore more fascinating ancient predictions. Wishing you a peaceful day in heavenly light. For more details on the Hopi prophecies, please visit www.hopistar.org.
All information concerning the scientific evidence of climate change and its solution is in Supreme Master Ching Hai's book, From Crisis to Peace, free to download at crisistopeace.org.
For more details and to check out our schedule for language availability, please visit suprememastertv.com/AP and suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Pour plus d'informations et pour consulter le programme des langues disponibles, visitez suprememastertv.com/AP et suprememastertv.com/schedule.
查询节目表有哪些语言，请参访以下网址 suprememastertv.com/AP 以及 suprememastertv.com/schedule。